Since the beginning of the 20th century, the term cultural diplomacy has been gaining popularity in the field of international relations. Scholars have traced the origin of the phrase as an instrument of foreign policy to the medieval Byzantine Empire era, which is said to have existed from approximately 395 CE, when the Roman Empire was split to 1453. The Byzantine missionaries are reported to have disseminated its religious doctrines and the Byzantine view of the world, its ideas, beliefs, and customs at the end of the 19th century. France is said to have begun establishing specialized cultural diplomatic institutions, which most of us know as Alliance Française in France and Comité Local outside of France. The first Comité Local foreign branch was opened in Barcelona, Spain. That marked the beginning of the modern cultural diplomacy. Since then, cultural diplomacy has developed and distinguished itself as an important tool for foreign policy. It is a factor that continuously increases in influence and importance, combined with other factors such as state or governmental support, similarity in people's culture, and shared interests. Cultural diplomacy becomes an even more powerful tool in the field of international relations. So, cultural diplomacy, what does it mean, and its role in fostering international relations? Cultural diplomacy is commonly defined in terms of its goals, which are to influence a foreign audience and use that influence, which is built up over the long term, as a sort of goodwill reserve to win support for policies. Cultural diplomacy is the exchange of ideas, information, art, and other aspects of culture among nations and their peoples. In order to foster mutual understanding, the US State Department, for example, while urging the Secretary of State to create a cultural diplomacy infrastructure and policy, pronounced that cultural diplomacy is the linchpin of public diplomacy, for it is in cultural activities that a nation's idea of itself is best represented. Cultural diplomacy, therefore, is the use of art, dance, music, film, jazz, and literature to inspire and unite people across different countries despite their differences, and I dare say also their languages. Culture speaks a language of its own. Thus, in a sense, the role of culture is upgraded. For instance, a close examination of the recent international events since globalization shows footprints of cultural diplomacy at play. It is thus without doubt that culture plays a critical role in modern international politics.